friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christina, lifestyle blogger behind CUDDLEPILL. Thanks for coming back, and if you guys are new here, welcome. So, if you follow along my blog or my Instagram, you've probably heard that I'm going off on a trip soon. I'm headed to Greece and Italy. So, I've been to Greece a ton, because my boyfriend's Greek. We go every summer. But we're doing a new island this time around. We're doing Antiparos and Mykonos. Mykonos I've been to, so I'm very psyched about that. And then I'm spending the following week with my brother in Italy because he's studying abroad there. So I'll be meeting him up in Rome. We'll be doing a few days in Rome and then a couple days in Florence and then finishing off our trip in Venice. So I'm psyched and I can't wait. I'm also like super stressed out that I have to pack and get my shit together in like 3 days. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk to you guys about all of the goodies that I bring with me on the plane because international flights suck, and I feel like because I've done quite a bit of international travel that I've gotten better in terms of like what I bring on, and it's helped make my experience become a little better, a little bit more positive. So today I wanted to focus on talking through all of the things that I bring with me on the plane that I feel like have made a huge difference. So keep watching if you're interested. Where should we begin? So I'll start with all the things that are not related to skincare because the skincare stuff is like half of what I bring on. So other basics outside of skincare, water bottle is clutch. I never feel like I get enough water on the plane. Like those tiny cups they give you like every couple hours are definitely not enough. So I always bring my own water bottle that I refill at every airport every time I have a layover. Sometimes I try to bring one that's even bigger than this. I have like a Lululemon one that I love, but it's like so beat up and would look terrible in video. So this is the one I'm showing you today. Drinking water and staying hydrated on the plane is critical in how you feel afterwards and also how your skin looks. So make sure that you're drinking a ton of water, and either you can buy a water bottle at the airport. It'll cost you an arm and a leg, which is why I prefer to bring my own. So yeah, I've noticed that makes a massive difference. Waking up on the plane like after napping with like dry mouth and like your eyes burning is awful. So I feel like this helps with that. So definitely bring on a water bottle with you on the plane, a big one, especially if it's a long flight. Next item is noise canceling headphones. So these actually he bought me as a gift, I think, before one of our big trips a couple years back. So these are the Bose noise canceling earbuds. They're actually kind of cute too. So basically they kind of fit nicely in your ear. They stay in, which is great. And basically they have this functionality where you can just like flip the switch on and the noise canceling feature turns on. These are amazing. They will cancel out that like noise of the plane, which is incredibly loud, and you don't notice it's there until you don't hear it anymore. And this cancels that out. And then it also cancels out like all the screaming children on those international flights. So if you really want to get some or the best quality sleep you can get on an airplane, or even if you just want to like tone out that awful airplane sound, these are amazing. They also make, if you don't like earbuds, they also make like cups as well. I think all the Bose noise canceling stuff is like best in the market. So these are amazing. I actually think I got them refurbished, they ended up being like half the price because they are kind of pricey, brand new. So I will link to brand new ones and then also some refurbished ones if you guys want to check them out. I think they also come in other colors too. I really like the white and blue ones. They've tend to work out for me. The other thing to keep in mind is if you're worried whether or not they're gonna fit in your ear, these little, it's like silicone thing is removable, and they come in like 3 different sizes. So you can try them all on and see which one fits the best in your ear. So these are great. The other thing I always bring on, and this is actually a new purchase because Leo's had one and I always used his in the past, and now I'm basically like, I'm an adult, like I need to get my shit together and get my own. So what I ended up buying, and I actually got it on Amazon Prime Day because it was on sale, it's an Anchor battery pack. And you can plug in any USB, anything that requires a USB to charge. So obviously phone is a big one. Then there's also another input in here that I think you can charge like your Kindle on and all that good stuff. So this is awesome. It basically lasts, I think in terms of phone charges, it lasts like 4 to 5 charges, and it charges my phone in like 30 to 40 minutes, like crazy fast, from like 0 to 100%. I've noticed like having a dead phone when you're traveling is brutal, so brutal. And I know that not only on the plane, but like I know that when I'm gonna be out and about in Italy using Google Maps, trying to figure out where we're going, where we're located, if my phone dies, like we're screwed. So this will be coming in handy a ton over the next few weeks, and particularly on the airplane if there aren't plugs on the plane, which sometimes even when there are, they like don't work properly and it's the worst. So always have a backup plan, and the Anchor battery packs are the way to go. Don't laugh at me because this is so dorky and nerdy, but this neck pillow is clutch. That feeling when you're like sleeping on an airplane and you feel like you're falling off of a cliff and then like you just kind of do this thing and you jump back up. It's the worst. And if you don't have a neck pillow, that just like keeps happening over and over and over again and you don't get any proper sleep. So I found that this neck pillow, it's by Cabot. It's kind of pricey for a neck pillow. I think it was like 35 or 40 bucks, but it is awesome. It's memory foam and it sits like really snug. It's so dorky, and sometimes I like just keep it on the plane. Like as I'm eating dinner, like as I'm like reading on my Kindle, I keep this thing on just because it feels so comfortable. And you just kind of, you can like lean against it like this, you can kind of lean back, but it basically prevents your head from like nodding all the way down. It keeps it nice and snug. So comfortable, so worth it. And I pretty much bring this along any flight that I have that's more than 4 hours. And I know that I'm gonna wanna take a nap. So it's awesome. It also comes in like a little bag, and you can kind of, it looks big, but it really, you can squeeze it and make it smaller and put it in like the little bag it comes in. I don't know where it is right now. Oh, it's over there. It's fine. You get the picture. It can be shrunk. You can fit it in your backpack. That's what I've always done with it. And yeah, it's awesome. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Another thing that I found is life-changing to bring on, and maybe I was just dumb and I never did this before, but bringing on a toothbrush is so key, because if you don't brush your teeth, you're basically like not brushing your teeth for like 20 hours, which is so gross. So this one actually Leo picked up for me this last week. And the reason why this is a good, so this is called Dr. Plaka's. The reason why it's good is it's antimicrobial, so it won't, like no bacteria will grow in there. Cause like normally when you travel with a toothbrush, it's like sits with the water and like the bacteria from your mouth, and like not good things can happen. So this one, it keeps your toothbrush clean when you travel, and it works just as well as like a normal toothbrush. And yeah, it eliminates 99.9% of bacteria on the bristles within 6 hours. So this is awesome. I actually haven't used it before, so I'm very excited about it. Very excited about not having to worry about gross stuff growing on my toothbrush when I travel, and that like weird like moldy water situation. Bad, bad, bad. So thank you, Leo, for getting me this, and I will definitely be using it probably for other trips to come. What else do we got? All right. Okay, now we're gonna talk skincare, and don't laugh at me because I bring on so much stuff on the plane, but you kind of have to. It's being on a plane for a long period of time is just awful on my skin. I feel like it's like sandpaper afterwards. I feel like my fine lines are at an all-time high. Like I've aged like 10 years on the airplane. It's not a good feeling. And coming off and you're like tired, it's just like, at least you want your skin to look decent. Do the best that you can while you're on there, right? So one of the things I bring on that is a must, and kind of going back to like the toothbrush situation, if you don't brush your teeth on the airplane, it's like 20 hours of not cleaning your mouth, which is gross. Same thing applies with your face, right? Like you should not be sleeping with your makeup or anything on the airplane. So having these makeup wipes is clutch. I love the Neutrogena ones. I think they do the best job of getting off any waterproof makeup, and my face just feels so fresh and clean afterwards. So I picked these up. They come in travel size. I think these are like $1.50 at Target. Awesome deal. There's 7 in here. And I actually bring these on not just on the flight, but I basically bring them on the entire trip with me. So I have like 3 of these in my luggage that I'm gonna pack. And I basically use these like before I go to bed at night, just to take off all my makeup and stuff before I cleanse. So these are great. And I basically wipe my face down before like nighttime on the plane, which is always like a weird hour, not normal nighttime, but I use these before I put on my goofy neck pillow and pass out for a little bit. So these are great. The other thing that I found is super, super helpful is sheet masks, to do like one sheet mask on your long flight. And I also picked up this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Mask. I haven't actually tried this one in particular. I've tried other ones on the plane, but this one has gotten really, really good reviews, and it has hyaluronic acid, which helps hydrate your skin. Deeply, deeply hydrates as supposed to, and it leaves your skin supple and hydrated. It gets awesome reviews, so I will let you guys know how this goes. If you have other sheet masks that are hydrating that you love, bring those on. Just bring a couple of sheet masks on when you travel on the plane for either like the weight. If you want to do more than one, that's up to you. I'm planning on doing one per flight, so one on the way there, one on the way back. So I picked up 2 of these guys. So yeah, they make a big difference, and at least like halfway through your flight, you'll have some hydration to kind of hold you over for the rest of the time. So that's that. Like, chapped lips are so painful and so gross, and I've had too many flights where like my lips are like cracked and peeled afterwards. It's awful. So bringing on your favorite lip balm. I use the balm.com by Glossier. This is the birthday one, the birthdaybalm.com. There's a rose one that I really love. So this is just like universal skin salve. You can use it on dry skin anywhere on your body, like your elbows, your cuticles, your lips. If you have like dry patches on your face, you could put it there too. It's awesome. I love that that it can be used anywhere. And it's super moisturizing. I actually bought this. My mom, who's like incredibly picky when it comes to skincare stuff, I bought her the balm.com for Christmas, and she like still raves about it. She always asks me, she's like, where did you get that stuff? How can I get it? I send her the site. It's like too much work for her, so I just have to keep buying it for her. But bottom line is, it's good stuff, and I have it in like the original, the rose, and the birthday. Love them all. And I also am a Glossier rep. So if you've never shopped Glossier, you can get 20% off your first purchase if you shop with me. So I will link to my shop in the description of the video. I use a ton of Glossier stuff in my everyday skincare, everyday makeup routine. So, and I actually did a video about my everyday makeup where I use like half of the products are Glossier. So I'll link to that as well. Probably put it in a card or something, so you can check that out if you want to. But anyway, good stuff. You get a discount if you never shopped it before. All good things. The other thing, so after I use the makeup remover wipes, because I don't know, like the likelihood of me like getting up and like rinsing my face in the gross plane bathroom is not, it's like low, slim to none, never gonna do it. I like try to avoid the bathroom as much as possible. So what I do after I wipe my face off, I wanna put like some sort of cream or oil on my face to keep it hydrated while I sleep. And I love the herbivore oils in general. This is the Phoenix facial oil. That's awesome. I swear to God, this stuff when I put it on, and I wear this almost every night before I go to bed, my skin feels so soft in the morning and plump and just stunning. So big fan of this stuff. And I actually, funny thing is, like right before this video, I Googled how many ounces this was to make sure that I could bring it on the plane with me. I think it's like 1.7, so it's safe. And this stuff is great. I know they have a ton of other facial oils as well. This is the only one that I've tried, and I really love this one, but I'm sure the other ones are great too. So depending on what your skincare concerns are, they all address different things. But this is the one that I go with, and I really love it. Lastly, another herbivore product, and I've noticed this in the past by using other like face mists. Face mists on the plane, you feel like $1,000,000 after you spray your face with something. I use the Herbivore Rose Mist. This is too big to bring on the plane, so what I'll probably do is put it in like a smaller spray bottle so I could throw it in my backpack. But this stuff smells so good, so refreshing, and you just gotta do like 3 sprays, smell rose, it hydrates, it makes your face nice and moist for a little bit, and it just feels awesome. It's coconut water, rose hibiscus. Amazing, amazing stuff. It's like one of my favorite face mists out there, and I highly recommend it. Now I'm like dripping face mist. Excuse me while I deal. Anyway, this I would probably be spraying on my face like, I don't know, every couple hours on the plane just to get some extra hydration. And like, I got Leo on this too, which is funny because I was spraying my face last time, and I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, let me tell you, come over here. And he was like, damn, that's awesome. Like, good call. So, good stuff. And then one of the things I forgot to mention, I just realized, it's like so goofy and I don't always bring this on. This is not skincare, so done with the skincare stuff. Like that was enough skincare, right? I mean, do I need to bring more stuff? I think it's a little overboard. Last thing I bring on, just in case, you know, a pair of like comfy socks, because I don't know about you guys, but like my feet tend to swell up on the airplane and they just get gross, and then like they hurt because my shoes are too tight. So if I'm not wearing, usually I try to wear like stretchy sneakers, but sometimes you just want to take your shoes off and chill, and it like having no shoes on the plane is so gross. Like people that take their shoes off and just like leave their feet barefoot, and like sometimes their feet smell, it's awful. But I always like to bring like a comfy pair of socks. If I ever want to take my shoes off, I can slip these socks on and feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more like home on the plane. These are by Life is Good. I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand, but they make a bunch of lounge gear, comfy socks, and Leo actually got me on this brand because he bought me a pair of socks from there, and I've kind of been hooked ever since. They're just like so soft and they wash really well and they last forever. So I love this brand. I will link to it in the details below so you can shop the socks if you want to be dorky like me. Those are all the things that I bring on. It's a little much, but you know what? It works for me, and I always throw it in. I always bring on like a travel backpack on the plane, and it all fits in there just fine, and it makes a huge difference. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found some of this stuff helpful, and you bring on some of these goodies on your next trip, and it makes a big difference. If it does, I would love to hear about it. Like this video if you liked it. Comment, I'd love to hear from you guys on what you bring with you when you travel on the plane and just your feedback in general. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.